All right, what's good, everyone? It's Nigel here, Black Sex Pal. So, today was shoulder day. I moved from leg day yesterday straight into shoulder day today, giving the legs a rest, obviously. And as you can see me here warming up, getting the blood flowing into the shoulders before I attempt some big sets, some heavy sets. So, having warmed up sufficiently, I went straight in, 50 kilos, straight off the bat. No time wasting here. Obviously, I was warmed up sufficiently before attempting this. And I'm getting myself prepared here mentally to push this weight. No spotter, no training partner today. Well, generally, I train on my own, to be fair. But, yeah. It felt heavy. Admittedly, it felt heavy. Surprisingly heavy. I'm not sure why. Maybe I didn't sleep well last night or something. But, listen, I'm not saying this isn't a heavy weight, but for me, this generally feels lighter. I believe I got 9 reps to start, or maybe 10. But the aim was to get 10 reps. I believe I got 9. This was set number 4 or set number 3. I did 4 sets in total. Set number 3, I believe this one was, and I only managed about 8 here. And I knew I had one more set in me. So I had to complete the 4 sets. Generally, when I train, I do 4 sets on every exercise generally. Sometimes I do 5, 6, but at a minimum, I do 4 sets. That's just how I train. You may do it differently. You may find something different that works for you, but certainly for me, if you're looking for something to stick to, something a way to train that's similar to mine, I do 4 sets essentially. And this was set number 4. Bit of a struggle, as you can see here. A bit of a struggle. I think I managed 6 or 7. I wasn't counting here. But, nonetheless, I really pushed the boat out on that final set on 50 kilos. Then I moved on to Arnie presses. Again, started off on 40 kilos. 4 sets I did of these. By then, I started feeling very fatigued. So I was fairly fatigued by now. So I wanted to stick to 40 kilos for the 4 sets, but unfortunately, fatigue started kicking in, as you can see here, and I had to drop the weight down here. I dropped down to 34 kilos. I wanted to drop to 36, but someone else was using it at the time, using the 36 kg dumbbells, so I dropped down to 34. Nonetheless, it was, it wasn't easy. The fatigueness really started kicking in. And I managed, again, I believe I managed between 8 or 10 reps. I've lost count. Then I dropped down finally to 30 kilos to finish off this 4 sets on the Arnie press. Now, the Arnie press is a great exercise because you incorporate your front delts into this exercise. Your front delts, your side delts, your trapped, everything gets hit during the Arnie press. So it's a great exercise for every part of your shoulder. So yeah, do these. Add these to your sessions. So yeah, here I am dropping down to 30 kilos. Nothing to really say here other than, I was too fatigued to do 34s. So I dropped down. There's no shame in that. But I always try to do 4 sets. So irregardless the fact that I had to drop the weight down, I will do 4 sets. And then I move on to your conventional seated dumbbell flies. Now, everyone does these on shoulder day. As you can see, I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible, no rocking back and forwards. And that's the idea. Sometimes you see people rocking back and forward using the momentum to lift the weight. Doing it seated is harder than doing it standing because you're not bending your knees. There's less room for cheating when you're doing seated dumbbell press. So yeah, there you go. Seated dumbbell press. 4 sets as usual. 4 sets of these I did. I believe the weight was only 16 kilos, I believe. Yeah, 16 kilos on this set. And I stuck to 16 kilos because the dumbbell flies are a heck of a lot easier than shoulder press. So I didn't feel as fatigued. I didn't have to drop down. In fact, I could have gone heavier if I wanted to on the dumbbell flies, but there was no need to do it. And then I moved on to these single arm rows on the Smith machine. I don't know if you do these. I don't know if any of you do these, but it isolates the shoulders for me. It isolates the shoulders. Like anyone who does javelin, you should incorporate this into your training. I always think I'm a javelin thrower when I do this exercise. But yeah, it's one for isolation. It's very rare you could do single arm presses unless you're using a some sort of machine, I imagine. But it's very rare you could do single arm presses for your shoulders. So it's a good one for isolation. And again, as usual, 4 sets on these. I think I started off with 5 a side. I had 10 kilo plates each side, and I had to drop the weight down. I had to take a plate off because it was slightly too heavy. So what you can see here is one plate on one side of the Smith machine. There's nothing on the other side, but that in itself was hard enough, to be honest. So yeah, single arm isolation shoulder press on the Smith machine. One for you to try. You don't need to go too heavy on this. Obviously, you have no back support here. You see, in the way I'm doing it, I'm not using the bench as a back support, so you don't necessarily need to go too heavy. But it's one for you to try. And then I moved on to the reverse Smith machine press. Reverse Smith machine press. A word I can't seem to pronounce today. I'm a bit tired. It was a long day today. In any case, nothing to really explain here. I've just reversed the press, and I'm doing it the other way around. Now I do this because it kind of isolates the front delts a bit when I do that. I feel like it isolates the front delts a bit more, and I'm not using the backrest to support, so it's a little bit harder. You'll find it harder when you do that. Do that Smith machine reverse press as you saw me do there. And of course, as on every shoulder day, I finish on pull-ups. So always finish your shoulder days on pull-ups. It's something I do. It works. So yeah, you should do it too if it works for me. I suggest you try the same. So at the end of the sesh, you should be fairly fatigued. Normally I could probably do about 25 pull-ups. I was just about managing 10. I did 4 sets. 4 sets at the end. And that was it. That was the end of my shoulder day, really. Nothing else to really say on this. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. My last video had 15 views. I'm hoping for at least 20 on this video, because it does take a lot of effort to do these videos, you know. But in any case, like and subscribe to my channel. It really does help the algorithm. Comment if you enjoyed anything you saw today. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Yeah. There you go. And my off-season condition. Catch you guys on the next video. Much love. Take care. Peace.